How's it going, everyone? It's your man Lost Disciple, the voice box of the underground of YouTube, and we're gonna read another Halo Creepypasta. I managed to find another one. It found me, really. I thought I read all of them. I thought there was only the three that I read. Turns out I had actually missed them. There was a couple more, and we're gonna take a look at this one called Halo Reach Legendary Ending. Never heard about it, never read it before, so this is all going to be completely new. So yeah, without further ado, let's find out about let's read about this Halo Reach Legendary Ending creepypasta. We said we'd find the legendary ending, and now my best friend is dead. Me and my friend are avid players of the Xbox 360 game Halo Reach. We both pre-ordered and have the flaming helmet, but what we found out would haunt us even more than the haunted helmet. Even to this moment, I feel bad making Halo jokes, but I'm sure somewhere in hell my friend is laughing with me. Anyway, I'm currently trying to fight off the tears here. Anywho, I digress, let's get on to the story. So it was 1 a.m., and we had a crate of beer, so we popped Halo Reach into the disk drive and plugged in the USB headsets. Intro, basic deal, campaign. We slapped on all the skulls. We were going for an all-nighter. Legendary was hard, but it was only 10 a.m. Yes, only. Before we hit the end game. But I've got to tell you first. We hit all the buttons and read the data pads, and I mean read the data pads. When I said press the buttons, I mean press so many buttons in that game. I mean, I don't know how many there are in total, but at least 20, I think. We were all drunk and stuff. I've saved the theater films, but, well, the Xbox is no more. So basically we spent a lot of time going through these button combos, flying secret banshees, and to not forget the fucking Pelican and Phantom Egg. It took a long time to jack those bastards, and the easiest one to do was the club one. We spent about 30 minutes dancing with those brutes, fun times. Anyway, once we did that, we spent an extra 1 minute on Lone Wolf, all skulls, what do you expect? After, anyway, the speech at the end of the game, that's when things got weird, and the screen went to black in the middle of the speech, and so did the audio. It took us to a screen, and I'm not even kidding, it said no in block text with the Auntie.ai background. Then after 7 minutes, an icon of the A button appeared, along with the text, "Don't you do it." Anyway, buzzed from the beer, we thought, what the hell? Well, I wish we hadn't been so drunk and tired, because that's when things got fucked up. A cutscene started up. It was the missing one from the trailer of Emil with the shotgun shooting. Me and my friend were like, oh cool, he's back from the dead. How wrong we were. After Emil was shooting a shotgun at the wall for a while and shouting, who's next? After that he froze. Me and my friends, and I'll repeat, what the fuck is that? What the fuck? Is that it? Haha. But no, if only we'd finished there and gone to bed. No, we continued to watch anyway. After about 7 seconds, Emil's head turned around to the camera. It looked weird, like the background and his body were a picture, but his head was a 3D model. Then his hands came up from the bottom of the screen and pulled his helmet off, to show a decomposing human face. Not a 3D model like you expect, a photorealistic image. Me and my friend were shocked. Unable to look away from the screen, we continued, scared. Anyway, the mouth began to move. What did you do? Said a horrible voice. I would describe it, but I can't describe a voice so horrible it could make you vomit. Yes, I threw up. I guess it was the beer and the freaky picture. I stood up and shouted, this is crazy shit, man. I'm out of here, and tried to turn off the Xbox, but the touchpad wasn't working on my brand new Xbox 360 Slim. My friend stood up and grabbed me. He shouted, no man, we could be famous. We could be the only people to see this. Sit down. Maybe it's one of Bungie's crazy jokes. Anyway, I sat down. I don't know why. I mean, I just saw a decomposing face with bugs crawling around in it. Anyway, after that face just stared at us, we decided to click some buttons anyway. After I pressed the X button 3 times, the face started to fall away and fall apart. It was so realistic, I began to cry. I hid it from my friend, but I was crying a river. After the face was gone, just leaving a photorealistic skull, the screen slowly over a couple seconds. I know there's a lot of details, but no matter how drunk or tired I was, this whole event just shocked me so much I felt sober somehow. Anywho, the screen was black for a while. I swore I heard some fucked up sounds, but it could be my mind. Once we looked at the black screen for a while, my friend started laughing. "This is just a fucked up joke," he said, sounded like he was kidding himself. Once again, I felt uneasy, but decided to press some buttons. I clicked the X button and the screen started to light up a little. I clicked it 7 times, knowing Bungie's obsession with 7. And amazingly, there it was, a secret level. A room that looked like a barn or a shed. We were off split screen and only player 1, which was me, could control the player. I was holding a shotgun and had no grenades or armor abilities. I started to walk around. It was realistic. Red wood walls with hay on the ground and a tractor in the corner. I went to the tractor and a message came up, "Hold X to die." We were slightly shocked but thought it would be funny to click it, so anyway we pressed the X button and bam, black screen. I thought my Xbox died, but no, a picture of Noble 6 looking out at a desert without a helmet showed. He looked like he was thinking, standing. The image was static, but you could hear the sound of wind or something. Then suddenly the sound of gunfire sounded, and the sky of the desert started to get dark and depressing, morbid. Anyway, elite bodies started fading in the background, creepy but not scary. Then suddenly Noble 6 started bleeding from his back, his legs, his feet, and then a black screen. But then, just when we thought it was all over and we could finally sleep, an image popped up. It was the ass error from Halo 2. We started laughing. We felt safe now. We knew it was a joke put in by Bungie. But no, that's when the sound started playing. The sound of somebody softly crying, slight crying, nothing loud or scary. But then a picture appeared on the screen. 2 red eyes. Dots. And then it slowly faded in. What we saw was funny but scary. It was a hyper-realistic grunt just looking at us. My friend pulled out his phone and snapped some pictures. Sadly, that phone is now evidence in a suicide. Anyway, the grunt was crying softly into the camera. Then an energy sword cut down the screen. The gore, the guts, I was in awe. And not the good kind. We saw all of the grunt's guts. The insides were so realistic. We screamed, but just couldn't stop looking. That was when the grunt looked at us and spoke, while it was dead. Back in the same voice as before. "Well, you found it." At that moment, my friend stood up. Well, that's when things get fucked up. My friend grabbed the Xbox and smashed it up. He peeled it off the counter and smashed that thing to hell. He stamped on it until it was broken up. I was pissed since it was a brand new console, but still I could understand. I'd just seen hell. Once he smashed it up, he grabbed the sharpest thing in the pile of broken pieces, the smashed, jagged outer plastic case, and cut his wrist, throat. He basically just cut himself up as much as he could. I grabbed him and tried to stop him, but at that point, all I could do was phone an ambulance. Anyway, once I did, he ran over to the kitchen and grabbed the knife. Well, the outcome wasn't pretty. He stabbed himself in the torso like that Chinese-Japanese suicide thing. Anyway, I tried to stop the bleeding. Basically, once the ambulance arrived, he was already dead. And I just sat there and sobbed. Well, that was my story. I used a different Bungie.net account in case somebody found my gamertag and found the game history or something, or did something like that, because I don't want you to die. I recommend nobody tries anything here because you don't want to die. A bit long, I know, sorry. Well, that shit was, it was written. I feel like this person definitely did not fucking proofread this at all. There was a lot of errors I had to kind of like slip up on as I was reading, and it's very I don't know. I guess it was off to a decent start, and then like once it got to like the middle, they kind of just started falling off realistically. It got like too all over the place. Like I don't know. It did feel a little all over the place. Especially if it really read like someone's very first time writing a creepypasta. And you know, sometimes it's sometimes it's not. It's really big hit or miss, and this one was just straight trash. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed, leave a like. If you disliked it, dislike. My name is Lost Disciple, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.